How do you feel about the most recent news that Jim Gavin has dropped out of the race?
Well, I think because of the controversy, I think it's probably should happen. But what I genuinely believe it is that it's Fianna Fáil realising that Catherine Connolly has such a grasp on the Irish people at the moment. So pull him out and see if they can get Fine Gael in power. And that's my take on it anyway. Yeah.
So who will you be voting for then?
Absolutely Catherine Connolly. Like she speaks the native tongue of our people, and she hasn't been a government minister while the country is falling apart.
Like there's two women in it and it doesn't feel like there's that many options and nobody's going to replace the wonderful Michael D. So it's kind of a tough one. I don't know. It'll depend on what happens, who Fianna Fáil decide to back instead.
I've been staying away from the presidential elections in general just because I've sort of lost faith in the Irish voting system after mainly the parliamentary elections and the past one. What I do know is that another candidate posted a video of her doing keepy uppies and then he immediately pulled out. I don't think that's a coincidence. But apart from that, I'm just extremely dissatisfied with how elections and voting has gone in this country so far, to the point where I've been sort of putting off informing myself about the presidential elections, especially with the joke of Conor McGregor trying to pull in. That sort of said to me, well, if he's running for a place, I just don't really have faith in the other people that he might even be compared to.
Definitely Catherine Connolly. Like, I'm not surprised that this whole scandal, most of the government that aren't on the left are all landlords as well, so I'm not surprised that he was ripping off people, his tenants, you know what I mean? And that's I think they should have left him in. That's not out of character for them. So I think Catherine Connolly, she's a psychologist, but she's also just she's a grounded person. She's down to earth, and I think she's more human in a way I don't think if you're part of Fine Gael or Fianna Fáil, you can't even touch that. You know what I mean?
There's a general sort of people don't think the president does very much. You know, Michael D. Higgins, he was a great mascot for what he was, but a lot of people didn't really realise the actual impact that he had as a president, which, to be honest, compared to the other elections, isn't really that impactful. There isn't really much of an emphasis on what the president can actually do for the young people of this country in regards to the housing crisis and inflation and the cost of living and everything.